Anthony, first of all, a long camp, I'm sure. What's it been like?
Yes, long, hard camp. Hardest camp of my career, without a doubt. Physically and mentally, been put through it. But I'm in a great place, feeling fantastic shape, and ready to board that plane to Los Angeles.
How did it feel when this fight came about and you knew you were going to be fighting Vasyl Lomachenko?
No, it was just, I can't say it's like any other fight, because by many is seen as the best fighter on the planet. I know it's a huge challenge ahead of me, but massive excitement. These are the kind of fights that I got involved in the sport for at the age of 10 years old. These are the fights that I've worked hard for, what I've dreamt about, and it's almost time.
When you think about Lomachenko, just how good is he? What are his greatest assets, do you think?
I think his greatest assets are his movement, his angles. Very, very unique fighter, and you can see what all the praise is about. He's one of the best amateurs that's ever lived, and he's took that into the professional ranks. 3-weight world champion inside 13, 14 fights. It's pretty unbelievable. But I mean, it's not just to test myself against the very best, but to go over there April 12th and give it absolutely everything I have to shock the world.
It will be a shock in many people's eyes. How do you feel about the fact that a lot of people aren't really giving you much of a chance in this fight?
That doesn't matter to me. It's everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But the motivation for me is attaching my name to one of the biggest upsets in British boxing history, without a doubt. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn there. And as a boxing fan, as someone who loves the sport, who lives for the sport, that's great motivation for me.
And you've been the underdog on many an occasion before. It usually brings the best out of you.
Yeah, I've been the underdog throughout my career, and I know this is bigger than any challenge I've ever had before. But it's one that I can't wait to get stuck into.
In terms of what you have to do in this fight, it's not just about the physicality, is it? It's about being mentally prepared for this kind of a fighter as well.
No, so much more. Listen, and that's why in this camp, there's been times where we're working with frustration, everything, because that's what he likes to do. He likes to make opponents quit. Physically, I'm in the best shape of my life, without a doubt, and which I should be, if I'm fighting one of the best fighters on the planet. But mentally, I feel very strong as well. I'm going to have to be in there on the night as well.
You've been in with some great fighters in the past. You had the 2 fights with Jorge Linares, for example, so you know what to expect at this sort of level.
Yeah, I've boxed at elite level before, been at world title level for a number of years now, and like I say, I've earned this shot. It's not been given to me, and I know on April the 12th, like I say, I'm going to have to pull out something bigger than I ever had before in my career, but it's something I look forward to trying.
And how big a shock do you think it would be? You've talked about it maybe in British boxing history, but in one of the world fights, this is going to be a real shock if you manage to pull this off.
Yeah, without a doubt, it'd be one of the biggest upsets in sport in recent years, and I'm not speaking out of turn, but that's all massive motivation for me, and I won't be in awe going over there, none whatsoever. Like I say, I've worked hard, put myself through it in this camp, worked far too hard to let that happen, so I'm going over there confident that I can do that.
The very fact that you've got this shot, you've put yourself in that position through hard work, you've got to believe there is a chance.
Of course there's a chance. Listen, boxing, there's 2 fighters in the ring, and like any sport, you need that little bit of luck, but I've worked very hard to get as lucky as what I can get on the night. But I'm not just relying on that. Like I say, I'm going in there with a good game plan and in the best shape of my career.